Alright guys, here is part two. So now we've already went over about South, Hamites. They're going over the history, saying that this king right here, Norodom, right? They're saying this king, his ancestor was a Adamanese man, right? He's descendant of this person, or they could be lying saying he's a descendant, but this is actually the Khmer. He's either an imposter, but you know, they're saying that this is a real Negro king right here, I believe. So you now we might give a little recap of everything. Traditional dresses of the Cambodian ancestors since the Angkor period to the modern era. 99% of today's Cambodian population descends from commoners, laborers, or farmers of the Angkor Empire. So beautiful, charming, innocent. You see, the Khmer, what is it, painting or craving? I forgot what it's called. And you see the Khmer person. You see European and a Khmer. You get the, Europeans or the white people meeting the Khmer. When you zoom in, these look more Negro. You can see the afro right there. This one looks like a Manique person. These are Negroes. Like, you could tell these are Negroes right here. And they look like the Manique people. Alright. Dang, why I keep doing this? Okay. They look exactly like the Manique. Or Benjamites. Or Lex will believes they're Benjamites, right? So, these could be different tribes of Israel, but let's go back. Remember, these Hamites, they're talking about Negro history right now. Why the other people talking about their history, they're talking about Negro history right now. Oh, there's another thing called the Siam Cook. I have no idea what that is. Right? They're literally just arguing about our history. While we're believing we're from Africa and was America. They're literally arguing about our history. When we're arguing about theirs. Before I get to the next one. See this, they're all arguing about us. This person said Khmer. This is saying the Khmer people were slaves. Right? Just like who? The Judeans. Israelites were slaves, right? This is Cambodia, 1847, 1925. In chains, y'all. Just trying to look at some more before I go to the next one. Like, they're literally arguing about our. I know I keep repeating, but they're arguing about our Negro history. Apparently, all Negroes don't come from here, but they're arguing about Siam history right now. These are what you call pretendians, pretending to be the Khmer, pretending to be, Siam, All right. Let's get to this. It already went down. All right, so let's hold on. Let's get to the next one. All right, so now we're gonna type in. Here's a big one. Early Khmer. What is it? Ancestor. Yep. This one. Here we go. By this Hamite or Chamite or Mongoloid, whatever you want to call them, right? The ancestors of the Khmers were finally discovered to be Melanesians, who were sold as slaves by the ancient Javanese and the Indian Tamils who bought Khmer slaves to work in their colony of Chinla. Okay. Both Khmer and Melanesian populations have roots in the broader Southeast Asia region, with migrations and admixture occurring over long periods. While related, Melanesian and Khmer populations have some genetic distance, reflecting the separate migratory paths and interactions that have shaped their genetic histories. Both Khmers and Melanesians have been influenced by populations, including those from East Asia, South Asia, and potentially other archaic human groups. So they're showing all of Micronesia, Polynesia, Melanesia, right? You got Japan, Taiwan, Philippines, Palau, Indonesia. We just learned about the Dani tribe, right? Did you know that the Dani tribe were actually the first there? And the Lani, I believe it was the Dani, the Lani, the Yuli, the Moni, and they got pushed out to west to the Papua New Guinea, and some stayed from the other Indonesian people that came. That's why I believe they could be of the tribe of Dan, in my opinion. But then you got New Guinea, Bismarck, Caroline Islands, Australia, Solomon Islands, Santa Cruz, Vanuatu, New Caledonia, Vorkfol Island, Kermadec Island, New Zealand, Tonga, Samoa, Tokelau, Cook Islands, Society Islands, Austral Islands, Mangreba, Easter Island, Marquesas Island, Hawaii, Kiribati, Tuvalu, Marshall Islands, so Mariana Islands. Let's read other stuff. Okay. Command group. Original, the same thing we saw before, right? Oh, here's one. You got some Khmer and Kate, was it? And what is it? And chains. My bad. We gotta try to find that book. What is it called? Was it UN Hiver? Oh god, we got to see if this book actually exists. I mean, it does exist, but like, you know. Dang, let me see. M.N. Engar. I can not read that. I think we found it. This might be the book. I just want to see what was in here. It's all in French. Hold on. Let me go to page 1. See, remember, y'all, they got the books. They got all the info. We don't. They got everything. They got everything. They got our history, bro. Or The Negro history. Let me see if I can search in the book. Can I go to page 1? Let's go to page 10. I just want to see what's inside this book. It's all in French, I believe, though. Dang, look at this, bro. Might have to just skip it right quick. I might have to make another video for this. I'm not finna go through the whole page with y'all. I don't know. Maybe we can find paintings on Google. But I definitely gotta go through this book. Alright, we'll go back to this. But yeah, they got Khmer and Chain right there. Might be able to find more. He looks Negro-ish on the right. So, this next one. Remember, it ain't just Negroes being in chain. You also got the other dark-skinned race, too. Just remember, these are real Khmer. See, these are Negro right there. And let me zoom this. Let me zoom this in, because sometimes we say Negro and they might not. But look, they literally have an afro. You can see the bush on their head. You can literally see it. Okay, so remember they said the ancestors of the Khmers were finally discovered to be. Remember, finally discovered to be Melanesians. Of course, it's more, right? Who were sold as slaves by the ancient Javanese and the Indian Tamils, who brought Khmers to work, slave to work in the colony of. All right, so what's ancient Javanese? What is that? Austronesian, Indonesia, right? And the colony of Chinla. What's that? Northeast Thailand. Okay, Isan. Okay. Now we're going to go back to images, see if we find anything else. Oh, we did, actually. Before we get to that one, we'll go to this one. Telling y'all, they talk about Negro history on Facebook. Why? Like, bruh. They talk about Negro history while we distracted. Wonder what that word commend means. So ancient Khmer people. Okay, so this person can finally explain what Iuwek means. So we didn't know. I didn't. So you know how you type in Siam Ayudea, right? What the Dutch called Thailand, right? Ayudea. Well, there's one for Cambodia too. It's called Iuwek or Longbek. They called it that. Oops. Long Vec. This. They have a painting too. See it? Earwick, right? Called by the Dutch, I believe. So now they're going to explain what that is. If you look at the painting of the Long Vec, which is this one, right? The Khmer capital, painted at the same period as Ayutthaya. It shows that the Long Vec, the Khmer capital, had no art or architecture similar to the Angkor Wat. However, all art or architecture in Angkor Wat were transferred to Thai Ayutthaya. The kings that ruled Angkor Wat were not Khmers, but were Thais. The Varman dynasty who built Phra Nakhon, known as Angkor Wat, were Thais from Pamai, Nakhon, Ratchasima, Thailand. Thai King Jayavarman was betrayed and murdered by Khmer slave Trazak Pim. The Varman family therefore cursed the Khmers to be slaves of other nations forever. After the fall of Phra Nakhon Angkor Wat, Thais from Phra Nakhon Angkor Wat then moved to the central of Thailand, joined other Thais, and established a new empire. Phra Nakhon Sri Ayutthaya. Trazak Prim ruled Angkor Wat only 13 years. Thais took Phra Nakhon Angkor Wat back and ruled Phra Nakhon Angkor Wat for 600 years until the France invasion. Now this might be hard, so King Jayavarman VI, king of Pamai and the Honrachima, Thailand, who founded the Maharapura dynasty and went to power in the Khmer Empire. And then King Trazak Pam, he was a Khmer slave, a wild people who rebelled and seized power from King Jayavarman VI of the Maharapura dynasty. He is the ancestor of the current Khmer dynasty king, and he has nothing to do with Khmer king. The present Khmers are descendants. So let's type in King Trazak Pam. So they're saying he was a slave, right? He is the first Khmer sovereign mentioned by Cambodian royal chronicles alone. He is the first among a series of 19 rulers of the Khmer Empire that presumed to have ruled Cambodia since 443 BC. This is a list. This list is probably too short to be credible. The chronicles indicate that Trazak Pam, also named Che, was the royal gardener of a King Jayavarman VI, known as the Khmer Christian. Okay. Right. So I theorize that this is a Negro because we learn that that this person, they're saying that this person is either pretending to be him, the Khmer, or he's a descendant of him, no matter if he's from the seed or, mixed in with the bloodline. So I believe this is a Negro. So right, let's get back to it. Wait, okay. What's this? See, I have another one saying Cambodia, 12th century. The word Siam means slave. Khmer king, slave, Siam. They both keep saying they, but one of them is a slave and one of them is not. Um. So this might be the. This is very hard to. But. Type in Negro. Let's see what happens when I type that in. So they call him the Golden Boy, Garden Boy. They're saying this is a myth. Alright, so we can get back to the other one here. Over here seeing that one. What's this one? Yeah, I can't find that one, bro. Dang. Let's go to this one. I already seen this one. We'll go to this one though. Says been deleted. Okay. Khmer ancestors were like uncivilized savages. Do you think that the current Khmer have evolved or something? They were under the rule of the Thai kingdom for 432 years. They thought of claiming the culture of Thai lords to cover up their inferiority as slaves. It's disgusting. Khmer art today is like savages. So, you know, the 12th century word Khmer means slave. That's what they're arguing. You got Cambodian people in chains. Pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, this is the biggest. This is the biggest evidence I saw. Right here, got a Hamite saying these are Khmer people. Look at the afros, man. That might be the thumbnail for this video. Hold up. So, yeah. All right, y'all. But that's pretty much it. We're gonna show. But yeah, remember, they believe this is their ancestor. They did not say this for no reason. There is a reason why they said this. You can see the resemblance, just straight hair. Or whatever. He might be pretending to be him, but the Adam and Eve have to be related to the Khmer somehow. But in other tribes, right? But yeah, y'all, all praise the Most High, and I'm out.